Ahead of their scheduled summit in Alaska on the 15th of August, President Trump has issued a stark warning to Russian leader Vladimir Putin if he refuses to pursue peace in Ukraine.
There will be consequences.
Sanctions, tariffs?
There will be, I don't have to say, there will be very severe consequences, yes.
Trump didn't elaborate on what those consequences could possibly look like. But this warning came after a virtual summit earlier in the day with European leaders and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. During that meeting, EU states and Ukraine insisted any peace deal must begin with a ceasefire, safeguard Ukraine's territorial integrity, and include Ukraine at the negotiating table. It's something Trump has affirmed.
I told the US President Donald Trump and all our European colleagues that Putin is bluffing. He is trying to put pressure before the meeting in Alaska along all part of the Ukrainian front. Russia is trying to show that it can occupy all of Ukraine. Of course, this is their desire.
European leaders echoed that sentiment and emphasized that territorial discussions should not proceed without Ukraine.
The second element that was very clearly expressed by President Trump is that the question of Ukrainian territory can and will only be negotiated by the Ukrainian president. This is the position that we support, and it has been very clearly expressed by President Trump. And so this heralds our meetings in the future.
Trump has called the Alaska meeting a listening exercise, saying it's like setting the table for a second meeting, one that he says will include Ukraine's President Zelenskyy. Trump also cautioned that he's uncertain whether he can persuade Putin to halt civilian attacks, citing missile strikes hitting nursing homes and homes as evidence of his doubts. Amid escalating drone and missile activity, both sides face intense scrutiny. Russia recently launched a barrage of attacks into Ukraine, prompting high-level calls for renewed Western support. Trump's ultimatum, while deliberately vague, aims to keep pressure on Putin and signals that Europe and Washington remain aligned on core red lines, including no border changes by force. As Trump prepares to sit down with Putin in Alaska, the joint show of Western unity and Zelensky's insistence on a ceasefire will set the stage for a high-stakes encounter. President Putin has vehemently held on to some red lines on the negotiations in the past. The question of NATO's expansion has been a top concern among them. How will Moscow look at what Europe and Zelenskyy is saying? And will all of this even come up when the two leaders meet in Anchorage? The world will be watching. For more such stories, subscribe to SNG News, hit the like button and follow for more news updates.